How long after waking up in the morning is it ideal to eat breakfast? Quick answer is within 1 to 2 hours. More nuanced answer, there seems to be more studies looking at the health impact of breakfast skipping versus looking at what's ideal in terms of breakfast timing. And of those studies that look at breakfast timing, most of them look at actual time, not in relation to when you wake up. So for example, there was this 2023 study that was designed to look at different feeding windows. It was an intermittent fasting study. So the study was designed to identify the ideal feeding window length. Is it 12 hours? Is it 8 hours? But what they did was they striated based on whether the first meal of the day was eaten before or after 8:30 in the morning. And their metric was insulin and blood sugar responses. And what they showed was very cool. They showed that feeding window did not matter. What did matter was that breakfast was before 8:30 in the morning. Studies that look at meal timing will typically direct their study participants to consume breakfast between 7 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. So very much in line with this study. So I'm fairly certain, but I'm not entirely sure because the authors didn't explicitly state this in this study, is that the reason why 8:30 is chosen as that cutoff is because it's 2 hours after the average time most people who work a sort of normal 9 to 5 job get up in the morning. Studies that compare an early breakfast versus a late breakfast define early breakfast as within 30 minutes of waking and late breakfast as anything after 5 hours of waking. We just kind of have to extrapolate this data for other schedules. So if you work the night shift, thinking of breakfast as a meal you eat within 2 hours of you waking. In the absence of scientific studies examining this question in more detail, that's all we've got to go on right now. But yeah, the answer to your question is it seems to be ideal to eat before 8:30 a.m., assuming that's within 2 hours of getting up in the morning. Oh, athletic. My view this morning is all the spring ephemerals. Look at them, so pretty.